Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today we are going to be reacting to Patrick Mahomes, how he spent $500 million. I don't know how I feel about that, but I've been wanting to watch this video for some time, and I cannot wait to get into it. So Patrick is a very young quarterback in the NFL, and yet even though for his age and his experience, he is literally proving himself as a worthy league quarterback every single game. In recent weeks, they just had a controversial win over the Browns, and they are fighting, or at the time of this video, currently fighting to earn a spot in the next Super Bowl. I'm a Saints fan, and we just had a terrible loss to Mr. Brady himself, which we got to respect all of the greats, and I do feel that Patrick will have his name alongside a lot of these greats because he truly is a very good, smart, and athletic quarterback. So let's get in this video and see how you spend $500 million. This is gonna stress me out.
He's about to earn nearly $50 million per year, and he's only just turned 25. With that much cash coming in, you'd expect us to be focusing on a Silicon Valley tech genius or a high-level CEO. But nope, not today. Our man in question is none other than the Kansas City Chiefs starting quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. The dynamic athlete recently signed a colossal 10-year contract extension worth up to a reported $503 million. Offloading that money...
Not a whole lot, just...
No easy task. It requires enormous houses, fast cars, luxurious vacations, and a heck of a lot of charitable donations. But our dear Patrick has managed to spend big. Move over, Tom Brady, as we take a look at exactly how the young superstar is splashing his cash. The all-star quarterback has been racking up milestone after milestone. He's just turned 25. He's just become the youngest player to win the MVP award since Dan Marino did it in 1984. And as the fruits of his labor, he just purchased his first home. Scratch that, this is no home, this is a mansion. Patrick shares the space with better half and high school sweetheart, Brittany Matthews. Let's take a quick tour inside, shall we? The 3,759 square foot home is located in a private upscale community in the heart of Kansas City. With an asking price of $1.9 million, it's not quite as expensive as some of the typical celebrity mansions we've seen. But remember, square footage comes a lot cheaper out in the Midwest. The same sized property in Beverly Hills would go for over $4 million, while in the concrete jungle of Manhattan, where space is even more difficult to come by, it'd go for $5 million plus. So you could say that Pat scored somewhat of a bargain. Built in 1953, the renovated 3-bedroom house comes with an enormous backyard, perfect for the Chief to practice his throws, and with enough room for steel and silver to run around. It also features a chef's...
That was an amazing name. Kayla, our next dog names. Steel, silver, gold, copper? No? She said no. But I like it. We're gonna do it anyway. If she says yes.
And a stunning open floor plan designed by expert interior designer Marcy Knopf. While Patrick was happy to sit back and let Brittany and Marcy spearhead the design, there was one particular feature that the athlete insisted on, this $100 avant-garde canvas, which acts as a statement piece over the fireplace. Despite being built nearly 70 years ago, the modern home has been fully decked out with state-of-the-art technology. Every morning, Pat's daily schedule is read out loud to him by his Google Assistant. Who needs a real assistant when you can have a virtual one, right? At the touch of a button, he can also control the house lighting, music, and home security system. Fortunately, the home boasts a massive garage, which means plenty of room to store his seriously impressive set of wheels. Is relatively modest, his car is not. If you cashed in on a $500 million contract extension, you could easily afford your dream car. Probably 100 of them, to be fair. So, which would you choose?
I'm not even a huge fan of having fancy cars. My favorite car, I'll just let you know, and we'll probably have one of these days for the channel, is a 1969 Camaro. It's my favorite vehicle. I've had 2 of them. One not so nice, one pretty nice that we restored ourselves but still had some problems. And the next one I get is going to be pristine, and it is going to be for a deal. Find somebody that's ready to, a motivated seller. But man, to have Lamborghinis and McLarens and all that cool stuff too, I think I'd like it, but I like my truck. Back in the video.
The answer is a Ferrari 812 Superfast. The company calls it the most powerful and fastest roadworthy Ferrari ever built. Might as well go all out, right? Packing a roaring V12 engine with 788 horsepower, this slick beast is capable of reaching 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds, with a hair-raising top speed of 211 miles per hour. Seriously, this piece of automotive art has adrenaline machine written all over it. What about the cost? Well, the 2020 model starts at $338,000. You know what that means? If Patrick spent every penny of his $503 million contract extension on these supercars, he'd have exactly 1,488,165 of them sitting in his garage.
I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I need a minute.
A few moments later.
That's insane when you think about it. Most people would give anything just to have one of these bad boys. As it stands, the 11 highest paid players in the NFL are all, yep, you guessed it, quarterbacks. At number 11, former New England Patriot Jimmy Garoppolo now rakes in an average $27.5 million per year for the San Francisco 49ers. Names like Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, and Aaron Rodgers earn even more. But it's Ben Roethlisberger for the Steelers who holds claim to being the third highest earner in the sport, making an average of $34 million. Just edging him out is the Seahawks' Russell Wilson, who brings in $35 million a year. Of course, now officially the highest paid player in the league is none other than Patrick Mahomes, whose salary blows everyone else's out of the water. The Texas Tech University graduate now makes a colossal average of nearly $50 million per year, with a $10 million signing bonus to sweeten the deal. That's basically double what Tom Brady was being paid in 2019 for the Patriots. Mahomes' immaculate salary surpasses not only his football peers, but the majority.
So I'm a Saints fan. Drew Brees only gets paid 20, and he is retiring this year from all speculation, which, you know, he's got a beautiful wife, $160 to $200 million in the bank, and a beautiful family. Enjoy your life, Drew. I appreciate all the service. Appreciate all the love, and I appreciate you bringing New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina and Rita hit us back to life. So thank you, Drew, and hopefully Mr. Patrick will do the same for Kansas City.
The highest paid athletes on the planet. For comparison, LeBron James only makes around $38 million, not including all the endorsements, while
Only. I know he is playing.
arguably the world's most exciting young soccer star, Kylian Mbappe, is currently earning $33.8 million. While they might have glowing reputations around the world, Mbappe and LeBron can't say they boast partial ownership of the Kansas City Royals baseball team. You know who can? Patrick Mahomes. Pat's decision to focus on football certainly paid dividends. However, his baseball ties run deep as well. His father is a former pitcher, and had the quarterback not gone down the NFL path, baseball was very much on the agenda. The specific details of the deal have been shrouded in mystery.
Baseball players get paid, though. Like, oh, they make baseball and actual soccer, you know, football, soccer, they get paid. So that's why you're seeing the soccer players make as much as LeBron James. So it's huge, huge. Anyway, back in the video.
Mahomes would have forked out big money, that's for sure. Based on former investor valuations of the team, purchasing 1% of the Royals would cost the Chiefs quarterback around $10 million. Purchasing 10% would cost $100 million, and so on. If he does ever choose to become a major stakeholder with, say, a 40% ownership, that'd mean he'd need to cough up a whopping $400 million. While the reigning Super Bowl MVP has splurged on a nice house, a jaw-dropping supercar, and his very own baseball team, he's also kind enough to put his money to good use. Mahomes has...
You know, at 25, you know, what am I thankful for? Yeah, I bought a baseball team, got a really cool car, you know, still with my high school sweetheart, love her to death, you know, life's good. When I was 25, I was building a fiveplex, duplex with a triplex on the same lot, which is a fiveplex. Leave me alone. Doing something wrong.
Time to spare. However, he graciously offers to use some of that time to benefit the community. Recently, the NFL's most expensive player has been working with the Veterans Community Project, a Kansas City-based organization that supports homeless veterans. One of the project's amazing initiatives is to build a community of nearly 50 tiny homes, which will help struggling veterans get off the streets and back on their feet. Mahomes played his role, giving up his time and money, likely tens of thousands, if not more, helping to construct some of the first 13 homes back in 2018. On top of that, Pat also spearheads his very own charity, which he established back in 2019. Called 15 and the Mahomies, the foundation focuses on providing crucial support to underprivileged kids by contributing money and resources to 15 different local youth charities. In May of 2020, the Mahomies Foundation also committed $100,000 to Kansas City public lunch programs for struggling families. So he's donated hundreds of thousands of dollars so far, a number which will likely skyrocket into the millions in the not-too-distant future. However, Pat doesn't mind buying himself a few treats every now and then. For someone who is snapped wearing a $1,000 royal blue paisley suit with black lapels at the MVP Awards and a $3,700 jacket and pants combo for the GQ magazine cover, the quarterback evidently knows a thing or two about fashion. He was even spotted wearing a $47,000 Rolex at the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory parade. If there's any item Pat can't get enough of, it's sneakers. Amazingly,
I've never been a big fan of shoes. I just can't. But the Rolex, the charity, I like it, sir. I like it.
It's admitted he owns around 180 pairs of shoes, and that they're an important part of his life. The collection features several styles from Adidas, who have been his sponsor since 2017, plus the pair he rocked during his first photo shoot. Then there's the Game of Thrones-inspired pair dubbed Night's Watch Ultra Boost, and plenty more. The prize pair, however, goes to the Yeezy Boost 750 Triple Blacks, which alone can sell for over $2,000. Where does he keep them all? In a custom shoe room in his house? Of course. But Mahomes' most expensive accessory...
Kayla would get hyped for that segment. Kayla's got so many shoes. So many shoes.
Purchase wasn't a watch or a pair of shoes, it was a ring. And we're not talking about the Super Bowl ring, we're talking about this absolutely stunning 8 to 10 carat emerald cut diamond engagement ring, which he gave to his beloved Brittany at the Chiefs Super Bowl ring ceremony. Ironic, eh? The ring has been estimated to be worth up to, hold on to your hats people, $800,000. The couple began dating as teenagers in Texas and even went to prom together in 2013. Cute. Admit it, it's cute. Their lives have changed a heck of a lot since then, though, no doubt about it. With cash coming in from all directions, Patrick and his partner have been able to jet set around the world to their heart's content. The pair were snapped cozying up on a luxury boat during a post-Super Bowl celebration in Cabo San Lucas. They've also shelled out trips for cash to Hawaii, Disney World, and for a more local vacation, Lake of the Ozarks. Fortunately for the all-star athlete, his wallet is fat enough that he doesn't have to fly to these places in cattle class like the rest of us. Mahomes has access to a private jet for whenever and wherever he wants. Must be nice, eh? It's all thanks to his endorsement deal with AirShare, without which he'd be spending thousands of dollars per hour in the sky. Even though the multi-award...
Proud of you, sir. Proud of you. A free private jet. Be proud of you. Endorsement private jet. Slow clap. I mean, when you talk about something that I would like to do and then equal it with free, whew, getting excited. This wasn't stressful at all. Let's finish out this video strong.
Youngster has already spent a few million on a house, car, charity, donations, a stake in the Kansas City Royals, luxury vacations, and a truckload of shoes. The reality is he's barely even made a dent in his astronomical contract.
Fact.
So for a bit of fun, let's see what he could do with the rest of his money. For starters, he could buy Chiefs season tickets at the 50-yard line every season for the next few thousand years. About $100 a pop, he could deck out his wardrobe with 5 million of his own Chiefs jerseys too. He's already got a baseball team, so if he's looking to expand his sport portfolio further into hockey, then any of these NHL franchises are worth less than $500 million. Or if Mahomes can't get enough of the speed of his Ferrari and wants to take it to the next level, the most expensive and one of the fastest fighter jets on the planet, the F-22 Raptor, is up for grabs for just $350 million. That means there'd be plenty of room left over to buy a couple of private islands in the Bahamas to host the next Super Bowl party. If Patrick Mahomes gave you $1 million, how would you spend it?
All right, so I'll take that question and I'll raise it to you for 800 million. So here's the thing. Me and Kayla were talked to by Jonathan. You've seen Jonathan on the channel. And he said, hey, the lottery's up. And my father, before he passed, used to go buy lottery tickets only when it got above certain amounts of money. I would assume 800 million was above that certain amounts, because I can't remember. I think it was like 300 million. He started buying tickets. And he didn't believe in gambling, but he wanted to win that lottery if it was 300 million bucks. So here's the thing. Kayla asked me what I would do with the money. So if I would take the million, it's the same answer for 800 million. I told her I would invest it. She's like, so 800 million bucks, 300 million bucks, whatever you end up getting, would you take the lump sum or get payout? I said, I'd probably take the payout, but I need to read the terms. She's like, okay. She's like, all right. And you would just invest it. What would you do? I said, buy real estate, buy stocks. And I told her, and I did the math, and I showed her what, if you netted like 400 million from it. So I'll do it real quick just to show you. So let's say you netted, I get excited about stupid stuff like this. All right, so let's say you netted $400 million. Whew. Off of the 800, because they're going to take taxes and they're going to take so much of it. And then you only made the 7% return on the S&P 500. That's $28 million a year to live on. Yeah. So yes, I would invest it. I would put it in real estate. I would pay off all of my debts. I would pay off all of my real estate that I purchased. And then I would invest the rest. And I would make about 15 to 25% of my money a year and be thrilled. So yeah, I don't want to get it and spend it. I want to get it and invest it and live off this way I can spend it and do whatever I want. Anyway, bleep effect. The thought of making that much money, the thought of winning the lottery, $1 million bucks, I can give you a shorter version, but comment below if you'd like me to give you $1 million investment idea from me. So that's it for the video, guys. I got a little crazy on that last part, but we're talking some astronomical numbers. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment anything you'd like to see in future videos, anything you liked out of this video, as well as power up that like button, because we are trying to get as many likes as we possibly can. The goal in this video is 150 likes, as well as hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Remember, I 100% believe in you, and I know that you can do anything that you set your mind to, and never let anyone tell you any differently. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you on the next one.